Greetings, everybody. It's Jeffrey Guterman, and I'm here in Studio B for the Strat-O-Matic Network. And we've got a ball game here from the 1968 replay. It's the first game of a doubleheader between the Phillies and the Giants. The Phillies come into this having lost their first 4 games. They're in last, 0-4, 4 games out. Giants are 1-2, 2.5 games out. The Chicago Cubs have gotten off to a hot start, 4-0. They're in first. Pitching for the Philadelphia Phillies will be Rick Wise, right-hander. And he has no record, and this is his first appearance of the season. Hello, Ernest. And for the Giants, it will be Juan Marichal, 0-1 on the season, the hard-kicking, high-kicking right-hander. I'll have the lineups in just a couple minutes. We just finished earlier this morning quite a ball game from the 1911 replay, so I'm kind of tired. So I'm going to take this one easy, whatever that means. I'm using iced caffeinated coffee for this ball game. Let's look at our starting lineups. For the Philadelphia Phillies, leading off at third base, Tony Taylor. Rojas at second. Callison in right. Dick Allen in left. Tony Gonzalez in center field. Bill White at first. Clay Dalrymple behind the plate, catching. Bobby Wine at short, and the pitcher Rick Wise, first appearance of the season, +1 ratio, +1 quotient on the hold. He caught the first few out. Ernest Cruz says he caught the first few outs. And I'm under enormous personal stress due to something going on in my life right now, but I'm playing to a large degree just to keep myself occupied and distract myself from things I could be worrying about, which is a lot. For the Giants, leading off Ron Hunt at second, Jim Davenport at third, Willie Mays in center field. Willie McCovey at first. Jim Ray Hart in left field. Jack Hewitt behind the plate. Jesus Alou in right field. Hal Lanier at shortstop. And the hard, high-kicking Juan Marichal with a record of 0-1, right-hander. That was an incredible 1911 game, Frank. Absolutely. This is a doubleheader. It really would be something if I was able to finish the entire doubleheader, but I don't know if that's feasible. Scheduled for the second game is Chris Short for the Phillies pitching and Ray Sadecki for the Giants. And we're in Candlestick Park. This was a day game, a Sunday, so that fits pretty well. And the Giants take the field. Here's Tony Taylor to lead it off for the Phillies. Pitch from Marichal, 3-4 right-handed ballpark slash. I neglected again. There I go. Neglecting to put in the ballpark effects. So it was a 3-4. Ballpark slash, right-hander 1-4. It's a 1. It goes through. So Taylor leads off with the base hit. 1-19. 1-19. Being held 1-17. Here's Cookie Rojas. Going for the lead. 5-6. Doesn't get the lead. So Taylor being held at first. And Cookie Rojas, the batter. 3-9, base hits are right. Taylor goes to second. He may stretch it 1-15, 1-14 with the hold. They'll hold him. Taylor will hold at second. First and second, nobody out. Johnny Callison, the batter. Here's Marichal now. From the stretch. 6-3 left-handed, grounds it back to Marichal X. He's at 227. 8-2, it's an E27 roll. This could be trouble. E27-7. That's going to be an error. Marichal mishandled it with one asterisk, a one-base error. Bases are loaded. Nobody out. For Dick Allen, and the Giants will play the infield back to avoid a big inning. They'll give up a run for a double play. It's a rough opening infield. Possible balk or pass ball. Possible pass ball on Heat. Heat is just a 2, and he smothers it in the dirt. Ball 3 and 2 strikes on Dick Allen. Full count now. Again, the infield back. The payoff pitch, 3-7 right-handed, triple 1-6. And that is going to be a bases clearing triple by Dick Allen. Callison's run is unearned. A bases clearing triple. What a start for Marichal. He had a rough start in his first game. (3-7). Big Dick Allen with the triple 1-6 and a 4 on the 20 die. So now Allen on third and Tony Gonzalez infield brought in. Tough start here for Marichal, 3-0. Inconceivable. The pitch to Gonzalez. 4-3 left-handed, grounds it to first B. They may get him at the plate. Runner on third, 5. Whoops. He does try to go to the plate. It was a 4-3. Grounder to first, throws to the plate. The infield was in to get Allen. And that's the first out of the inning. At least they got that. Nice play by Allen. Yeah, too bad they didn't induct Allen while he was still alive. That often is a nice touch. Okay, it's Gonzalez on first. Bill White, the batter, 1-15, being held. 3 runs in, 1 out, 1 on. Pitch to White. 1-3, flies it to left. Under that is Hart, 2-away, and Gonzalez holds. Anything now is unearned. Dale Rimple at the plate. Possible balk or pass ball again. As for Heat, he had smothered one in the dirt before. He's just a 2. Pitch to Dalrymple, 4-9, left-handed, swung on and belted with power to right field. Back goes Jesus Alou at the wall. Warning track, I should say, and he makes the catch. The side is out, but 3 big runs for Philadelphia. They've lost their first 4 games of the season. They're 0-4. And it looks like they're on their way, at least, to a good start here today with 3 big runs with the bases loaded and the triple by Allen. Well, here's Rick Wise now. Leading it off for the Giants, Ron Hunt. 6-3 right-handed, grounds it to Wise X. He's a 3-0. He can't boot it. 5-3. He throws him out with a 0 error rating. 1 down. And Jim Davenport comes to the plate. We want to thank you for joining us this Sunday. A perfect day for a game of Strat-O-Matic. Now here's Davenport facing Wise. .310, that's a base hit for Davenport. So Davenport on first with 1 out, and here's Mays. Wise from the stretch now. And the pitch to Mays, 2-5, swung on and hit into the gap, left center for a double. This might score Davenport rounding. He's a 1-10, 1-11. They'll have him hold. It's a tough call. But we'll have McCovey come up. That's a real tough call. Second and third, 1 out. The infield is in. Here's Stretch McCovey. There's an argument to walk him. They're going to walk McCovey. And now the infield is back for the double play. As much as I would have liked to see him hit, it turns out Phillies decided, I think is it still Gene Mauch managing this Philly team? Yeah. He managed the first 54 games and then was fired. Okay, here's Hart, bases loaded, 1 out. Infield back. Pitch to Hart, 2-8, right-handed, grounds it to short. That's going to be Wine to Rojas and over to White for the inning-ending double play. It was a bases-loaded A double play. No runs for San Francisco. 2 hits, a walk, intentionally, to set up the double play. And after an inning, it's 3-0 Phillies. We move now to the second. Bobby Wine. Juan Marichal will face Wine here. That's funny stuff, Ernest Cruz. Funny, funny stuff. I was trying to think of another one. You got it with Boozer. Hey, here's Marichal now. 3-9 right-handed, grounds it to third for Davenport. And he throws it to McCovey, 1 out. Now Rick Wise, a 7 NR. 2-6, and that's going to be a base hit off his own card. Wine is on. I'm sorry, Wise is on. And he's a 1-13 running. I rarely write on these, except in such instances. He has no steal rating. Well, it's a pretty close call between Otis and Forster Brooks. I think they're pretty neck and neck there. Okay, Wise, a 1-13 running on first, 1 out. Here's Tony Taylor now. 4-7, right-handed, struck him out. First strikeout for Marichal. And now it's Cookie Rojas. Pitch to Rojas, 4-8, right-handed, triple 1-2. It's a base hit. 2 asteroids, his second hit of the game. Wise goes to third. First and third, 2 outs, and yes, it's a clutch situation here for Johnny Callison, who reached on the error by Marichal and scored. That could be true, Ernest. The pitch to Callison. 6-5 left-handed, struck him out. So Marichal gets out of that inning, despite first and third with 2 outs. We're in the middle of the second. It's 3-0 Phils. Here's Rick Wise now, taking them out. Jack Hewitt, the catcher, leading it off. 2-11 right-handed, grounds it to short for Wine, and he throws it to White, 1 away. And now Jesus Alou. And you used to get, his gait was very good also. Oh, negated, unneeded, no harm. Here's the pitch to Alou. 5-6, grounded to short for Wine again. Throws to White. 2 outs. And here's Hal Lanier. If any of you missed the 1911 game this morning, it was a dandy. In case any of you like to watch games that have already already been played. 2 outs, nobody on. Hal Lanier at the plate. I never saw Otis in any role other than that one. Here's the pitch to Lanier, 1-5, right-handed, struck him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Wise. We move to the top of the third. Marichal. 3 runs in the first on a bases-loaded triple by Allen. Put 2 on, left him in the second. Here's Dick Allen now leading it off. .6'5", right-handed, flies it to right. Jesus Salou makes the catch, 1 out. I didn't know he was a game show host on the Brady Bunch. Here's Tony Gonzalez at the plate now. Tony hit the ground ball to first, which McCovey threw Allen out at the plate to avoid a 4th run. That was Allen trying to score. Pitch to Gonzalez, 112, chops it to second. And Hunt throws him out, 2 outs. The Giants won this game 13-2 in real world. Marichal went all the way. Gregory Abbott, Elvis Costello. Abbott and Costello. Oh, that's a good one, Kathy. Kathy's still doing it. That's a good one, Kathy. By the way, if any of you are interested, we've been doing a lot of fun. I do a imitation of Floyd the Barber, if any of you want to hear it. Only if someone requests to hear it. Floyd the Barber from the John Lennon Sisters. Love it. Hey, Kathy Harden, check out Ernest Cruz with the John Lennon Sisters. That's an A+. Again, if you want to hear my imitation of Floyd the Barber from... Otherwise, if I don't see any requests, I'll move on. I also do the character played in the remake of Cape Fear, played by De Niro. I forgot what his name was, but many of you remember Cape Fear, the remake with De Niro. I imitate that character also. I have the advantage of audio if anyone wants to hear us. The Drifters, the Coasters, Max Cady. I do a pretty good Max Cady. 2 outs, nobody on. The Drifters, the Coasters. Boy, it doesn't end, Kathy. 2 outs, nobody on. Bill White at the plate. 3-11. He grounds it to second. And that's Hunt. And he throws it to McCovey. I'll do the Cape Fear, Frank, for you. Only for you, Frank. Counselor. Counselor. Is that you, Counselor? Come out, wherever you are. Counselor. Oh, Counselor. Do you remember when he hired those guys to beat the shit out of him? Oh, counselor. Counselor, is that you? Again, I have Floyd the Barber available if anyone wants it. So we're heading to the bottom of the third. It's weak, I know. Here's Marichal leading it off in a 3-0 ball game. Counselor. Okay, here's Wise. Pitch to Marichal, 5-7 right-handed. Double 1-3. It's a base hit, Marichal. That's a 5-7 right-handed single. A peek here to see if Juan has a running rating. No, he does not. Marichal on first to lead it off. Here's Hunt. I don't care if it's 3-0. I'm managing like nobody's watching. He's going to lay it down. Chip away. Try to get a run. Infield stays back. He's an A bunter. Hits it toward first base. 8. And Bill White takes it to the bag for his only play, and that puts Marichal in scoring position. One out now. And it'll be Davenport and then Mays. Here's the pitch to Davenport. 2-2, single 1-16, goes through, base hit. One asteroid, second hit for Davenport, and Marichal goes to third. Just hit the ball hard and high. And you may get a run here with one out. Davenport on first. Oh, counselor. Here's the pitch to Mays. 2-10. Oh, that's a ballpark blast. Hit well by Mays, but it's going to be caught in left field by Dick Allen. But Marichal will tag. Chipping away. It's a 3-1 ball game now. That was a blast hit by Mays on a 2-10 right-handed. And against the right-hander, 1-7. It was 18. That'll be a fly ball left field. B as in boy. The Hollies, the Cranberries. My God, that's probably you have come up with some that are awesome. That's right up there with the best. In case anybody's wondering what Kathy's doing, Beatles the Buggles, there are no rules. So, but we combine musical artists, whether it be individuals, duos, trios, bands, and combine them for salient combinations. I don't know any better way to put it. The Hollies, the Cranberries. So now it's 2 outs with Davenport on first, and here's McCovey. He could tie it up with one swing. And he was intentionally walked in the first that set up the double play. Here's Wise now. The Chain Smokers, the Killers. Whoa. I didn't know there was a group called the Chain Smokers. Here's the pitch to McCovey. That's 4-8 left-handed. Single one to 14. It's going to go through. Base hit, one asteroid. The Soft Machine Loudness. Money and Cash. I think I did Eddie Money and Johnny Cash, Frank, but you get a thumbs up on that one. So it's first and second, 2 down. Here's Jim Ray Hart. Don Money and Norm Cash, if you want to go baseball. I have one, just to let you all know, it's McCovey on first, Davenport on second, 2 outs. I do one where we create a category for baseball, Major League Baseball players, no nicknames. For example, currency. Okay? The topic of currency, Norm Cash, and you have Don Money, but there's others. Okay? And no first names, so you can't go with Bill. I also like foods, foodstuffs, Johnny Oates, and you can go with others there too. This is a little different than what Kathy does, because it's right there waiting for you. The Fray, the Clash. Oh, Kathy, you're killing me. The pitch to Hart. 4-4, right-handed, catcher X. That'll be Dalrymple, 2-11. 13-2, it's a pass ball, followed by a foul out. So Clay Dalrymple with the pass ball, but no harm done. There was 1 run. On 2 hits and then a sacrifice bunt and then a sacrifice fly by Mays, we've gone 3. It's 3-1 Phillies. And I'm trying to pace myself. I'm going to take a break for 2 or 3 minutes because that first game knocked my socks off. I have since put them back on. My name is Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Network. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Oh, they're all acceptable, Ernest. Pink Floyd, Blue Cheer. And we're back 3-1 Phillies with this Giants team. Anybody, if Marichal settles in, it's anybody's ball game. Here's Marichal. Top of the fourth. It'll be Dale, Rimple, Wine, and Wise. Here's Marichal. Pitch to Dale Rimple, 3-8. Grounds it to second for Hunt. He throws to McCovey. That's one away. Now Bobby Wine. .54 right-handed, catcher X. He hit 3-6. That's a 1-3, fouls him out. 2 outs. And here's Wise, who singled left on in the second. Wise a 7 NR. 3-6, grounds it to third. And Davenport fires it to McCovey, and it's another 1-2-3 inning, and it's 7 in a row now for Marichal, as he has settled down. Rick Wise comes out bottom of the fourth. Here's Jack Head now. And the pitch, 2-6, flies it to center. Gonzalez under it, 1 out. Jesus Alou steps in the batter's box. He's 0 for 1. Pink, oh, I love it, Joel. That's a Joel. That's A++. And just for that, I'm going to do my imitation of Floyd the Barber. Ooh, 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 Andy. Ooh, 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 Andy. Ooh, ooh. I bet you maybe there was a group called the Barbers. I bet you there were. Do you know that John Lennon, they used to talk about the great name that they had for a band, the Beatles? You know, it's Beatles with an A. You know, working on the bug metaphor like the Crickets, they went with Beatles with an A. And beat. And it's just a profoundly awesome name for a band. And he said in an interview, oh, we could have been called anything. We could have been called the Shoes. We're just the band. And so a group, a new wave group called themselves, I think they were new wave, I'm not sure, they called themselves the Shoes after that interview. Jesus Alou with 1 out, nobody on. JD has arrived. That's 6-5, right-handed, flies it to the left. And Dick Allen is there, 2 outs. Here's Hal Lanier. I think my brain is kind of fried with these, trying to come up with these. And he's mixing, Kathy. Joel Horland did a mix between musical entities and TV characters. Huh. Here's Hal Lanier. 4-8 switch hitter batting left, single 1-14 goes through. Lanier with the single. And that'll bring up Marichal, who singled himself last inning, scored the only run for the Giants. Celtic Frost, Sam Hain. Pitch to Marichal, 5-10. Grounder to short X. That'll be Wine, 222. 1-2 goes through, base hit. One asteroid, Lanier goes to second and holds. Soen, okay. Soen. First and second, 2 outs. And this will be a clutch situation for Ron Hunt. Pitch to Hunt. 2-6, and he walked him. That loads him up for Davenport. So Wise in a jam here, trying to get out of this. Dr. Hook, Dr. John. Whoa. Kathy Harden, how are you coming up with these? And by the way, she has an awesome knowledge of popular music starting from the 50s. So, Dr. Hook, Dr. John. Old BJ. He died, I believe, recently. I just that one just popped in my head, Kathy. Its base is loaded now. Here's Davenport, 2 for 2, 2 singles. Toto, Kansas. Awesome. God. Kathy, how do you do it? 5-12, right-handed, grounds it to second X. Rojas, 2-11. 16-2, he should get this, and he does. And Wise gets out of it, stranding 3, the Giants. Green Day, Black Sabbath. Whoa. Okay, we move to the top of the 5th. It's Marichal trying to keep the Giants in this game here. He's retired 7 in order, top of the order. Austin, Paul Revere, and the Raiders. Very good, Frank. Tony Taylor. I think that was another thing. We were talking about the Gary Puckett and the Union Gap, a union-oriented band name. It's not like, I don't think it would have been too popular if they went with Confederate kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like the Confederates or something like that. Some people forget they lost the war. Top of the fifth, Taylor leads it off. Here's the pitch. Big kick from Marichal. And the pitch to Taylor, 4-8 right-handed, 1-1-2. It's a base hit for Taylor. His second hit of the ball game. Osmond Brothers' Twisted Sister. Oh, Ernest. Very good. And here's Cookie Rojas now. Taylor is on. 1-19. 1-17. Being held. He gets picked off a lot. 8, look at that, 7, 8, 10, and 11. Whoa. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Taylor. 5 and 6 is going to go for it. Jackson, 5 satins. Whoa. Taylor going for the lead, 1-17, 5 and 6. He does not get it. Being held, Rojas at the plate. Rojas 2 for 2. Stair steps. Jackson 5 stair steps. Rojas at the plate. Beat bunter. Oh, now he's a C. Hits it toward the catcher. C bunter 11. Oh, he fouls it off. It's a full count now on Rojas. I think we'll just go ahead and rush to train. Mike Gallagher, wham. It's Taylor being held at first. A full count on Rojas. That's another reroll. Another havoc roll. That's 3-5 right-handed base hit. Taylor rounding second goes to third. So it's first and third. Steely Dan Fogelberg. And you want to know a sad story about Fogelberg. Died of, I think it was some form of cancer. So sad, you know, he was so young. What a talent he was, huh? My sister turned me on to him. First and third. Nobody out. And against my better judgment, we're in the infield in. It's 3-1 Phils, first of a doubleheader. Callison at the plate. Marichal having troubles again here. I can't keep up with them. 4-10 left-handed, flies to left. And that's going to be deep enough for Taylor to tag. And that makes it a 4-1 ball game. Marichal having his issues today. Now Rojas on first. Not being held, Dick Allen. 1 out. Allen had the big triple. Rick James Brown. Hurricane Alice, Allison Shames. He had the big triple that brought in 3 runs. Pitch to Allen. 2-3, grounds it to short, and that's going to be a double play. No one is being held. And the side is retired, but another run for the Phillies. We're in the middle of the 5th, and it's a 4-1 ball game. Here's Rick Wise now. Very good, Ernest. Very, very good. Peter, Paul, and Mary Hopkin. I think it was Hopkins, plural, but I could be wrong. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th. Nirvana Shangri-Las. Here's Willie Mays. Gotta watch which finger I use to clean out my eyes. Have to rub my eyes occasionally because I got whiteout. A lot of whiteout still. It's fading. Here's Mays now leading it off. 4-9, right-handed, struck him out. And Willie McCovey, the batter. I'm ready for the smallest micro I've ever done, Kathy. Have you partaken yet? Pitch to McCovey, 3-4, taps it back to Wise. Throws it to White, 2 outs. And Jim Ray Hart, the batter. 3-8, struck him out. So a 1-2-3 inning for Wise. Is that a yes? Top of the 6th, I hate to partake alone. I'm not going to be an exhibitionist and do it on the broadcast. Neil Young Cannibals. Now, I don't get that. Does that mean they're young cannibals? Oh, the young cannibals. Okay. Is that a name of a group? The Young Cannibals. That's really that's a sick name for a group. Oh Lord. I have one name of a group that I just can't find another group or player. Wait a minute. Here's one. Under the Sun. Now, I admit I Googled it to see if there was In the Sun, but it's Under the Sun. Young Cannibals. Fine Young Cannibals. Well, that still works, doesn't it? Neil Fine Young Cannibals. I Have Fun, which was a group. You remember the group Fun? Fun Under the Sun. I don't think that one's too bad. Here's Marichal, top of the 6th. Tony Gonzalez leading it off. It's 4-1 Phillies. Pitch from Marichal, 6-9, left-handed, base hit to right. I tell you, he's getting hit here today. That's with Strat-O-Matic. He was 26-9, 2.43 ERA. But the 50-50 thing will cross things up sometimes. That's just what I think. Here's Gonzalez on first. 1-15. One to 13 being held. Bill White, the batter now. Pitch to White, 5-7, left-handed, grounds it to second X. That'll be Hunt, 323. 11. It's going to be a 23 on Ron Hunt. E-roll. 23-10 should be okay. Yes. And he turns the double play. We'll call it 4-6-3, if you will. 2 outs now. And Clay Dalrymple, Tower of Power Station. Two outs, no one on, top of the 6th. Clay Dalrymple at the plate, left-handed hitter. Pitch from Marichal, 1-6, and it's a base hit. The hits keep on coming off Marichal. His first endurance is the 9th. And here's Bobby Wine. Pitch to Wine. 6-8, right-handed. Oh, it's another base hit, and I rolled that. Left field. Dalrymple will hold. And here's Rick Wise. He's a 7-R. Okay, first on second, 2 outs. Critical here from Marichal to get Wise. He grounds it to first, and McCovey will take it to the bag, and the side is retired. Strawberry, absolutely. Darryl Strawberry. There's a lot of them. I have to use the lavatory, so I'm going to take a break here, but it's going to be a brief one. Hang in, folks. 4-1 Phillies, middle of the 6th. Mike Trout, very good, Kathy Harden. Dwight Gooden. Oh, God. Ray Lamb was a pitcher. I think he was on Cleveland. Didn't pitch too often early 70s. Ray Lamb. Marichal getting very, Jim Rice, very good. Ernest, very, very good. There's a lot of them. Bottom of the sixth. Wise first endurance this inning. Jack Hewitt leads it off. Reggie Hot Dog Jackson. We'll give that. We'll gotta give that to you, Kathy. Gotta give that to you. Got to give that to you. I know you're not allowed to use first names. Dizzy Trout, Steve Trout. There's no nicknames allowed, so I'll forget Goose Gossage. It's got to be last name. But there's more. Here's Jack Head. 1-7 right-handed, walked him. And Jesus Alou is the batter. Rick Wise from the stretch with Head on first. Jesus Alou at the plate. That's 110 right-handed, grounds it to first. And White throws it to second to force Head, 1 out. And here's Hal Lanier. Bob Lemon, super Kathy. Super. See, you'd be surprised how many there are. Here's Hal Lanier. Zach Wheat is awesome. That's absolutely awesome. And that's an important food product. You'd be surprised how much, maybe you wouldn't, how much food is made with wheat, corn. Okay, Jesus on first, 1 down. We're near the batter. Boogaloo. That's all right. We don't mind bad jokes. Here's the pitch to Lanier. 5-4 switch hitter batting left, flies to center X. Gonzalez 4-7. This could be trouble. 7-4, and it drops in for a base hit. First and third, 1 out. And now, do we pull Marichal in the 6th inning? That would be a shame, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be a shame? Anyone want to help on this? My 2 coaches are not here, or at least have not appeared for 1 lousy at bat. I'm going to let Marichal hit. He's 2 for 2 anyway. Billy Bean, super. Okay, Joel. Joel's my other coach. You're all potential coaches. We're gonna hit for Marichal. He went 6 innings. He's the loser of record. Ten hits. He didn't walk anybody. He struck out 2 and has allowed 3 earned, 1 unearned. Bob Moose. Have you eaten moose? Is moose something that people hit. Really? Let's take a look to see who in the second game pitched. No, Sadecki went all the way. Giants swept this. Dick Dietz. We're going to go with Dave Marichal, left-handed hitter. Rob Deere. Joel says it should exclude animals. We'll take that under advisement. Joe Gibbon will come in. Appling. This would be Gibbons' first appearance. +2. Dave Marichal, looking for a big hit from him. Here's Marichal now. Now I'm wondering if Joel is also suggesting no meat products. No meat products. We could do a vegan version. Dave Marichal Tucker Band. Very good. He's incorporating the game now. First and third, one out, infield back. With a 4-1 lead, Phillies. Rick Wise in his first endurance, one hit or walk away from fatigue. Joel's playing it vegan. Are you vegan? Here's the pitch to Marichal. 1-9, triple one, base hits. Alou scores. Lanier goes to third. And that's it for Rick Wise. Marichal with the big pinch hit to make it a 4-2 ball game. Chico Salmon. Got you, Joel. That's healthy. Bob Veal. Yes, Kathy. I mean, it's optional. Joel's playing at vegan, but he understands some people will go with animal products. That's it for Wise. He pitched 5 1/3 innings. And we've got a ball game now. 1-2. He's allowed 2 runs. Let's see who's coming in now, as he's reached fatigue here in the 6th. That was a very good call by Joel Horland. We're going to go with Turk Farrell because a lot of the other people pitched and last game, and there's no reason why we can't use Turk Farrell, who's not too bad. So Farrell will come in. He is a right-hander. Farrell has a record of 0-1 on this very early part of the season. +2, +3. Okay, Farrell is ready. Top of the order. Giants are not done. 1 out. Marichal on first, Lanier on third. Infield back again. Here's Farrell. He's set, and the pitch to Hunt. 4-6, right-handed double, 1-14. A double by Ron Hunt with 2 asteroids. Lanier scores, Marichal goes to third. And that makes it now a 4-3 game. That's charged to Wise. Second and third, still only 1 out. Now the infield will be brought in. For Davenport. Bill Almond. There's no rules. Whatever anybody comes up with is good, and that's vegan. For the future date, I have other categories other than foods, but it is another gem, Frank. Second and third. Now I could use some coaching help. Davenport coming up. Do we put the infield in with 1 out? I'm going to have the infield in then. Here's Davenport now. The pitch from Farrell. That's 5-11, right-handed, grounds it to first X. That'll be for Bill White. White, good first baseman, 2-9. The infield is in. 2-2 goes through, base hit. And it's a tie ball game. Oh my. A 2-2 on the X chart. We can close out Wise now, who allowed 4 earned runs. He's off the hook. Marichal is off the hook. Anybody's ball game now. Farrell not really impressing much. It's going to be Mays now, first and third. Now I'm going to play the infield back for the double play. Ken Berry, very good. Very, very good. We don't go with first names, Frank, but for you, we'll let it slide. Whoops. We don't go with nicknames or first names. Okay, Mays at the plate, Farrell. 1 out, infield back. That's a possible balk or a pass ball. That's a possible balk. Farrell has a 0 rating. At least he did something right. He steps off the rubber. Okay, now he's set. It's a 4-4 game. Here's the pitch to Mays. 2-8, right-handed, walked him. Still only 1 out, and there's action in the bullpen. My God. Here's McCovey. We're going to let Farrell face McCovey. Infield back. Grant Jackson warming, but I'll have to see if he started recently. I'd also have to see if Boozer or Wagner is available. Jake Lamb. Okay, I did Ray Lamb. Okay, here's McCovey now. It's bases full, 1 out. Infield back. Farrell the windup. And the pitch, 2-2. Oh, he hit him! And a run comes in. That's going to be it for Farrell. Oh, another break in the action. Oh, you hit him in the buttocks. A run batted in, 4 runs in. Farrell, I think it's realistic. We take him out. He pitched 0 innings. Two hits, hit 1, walked 1. And has allowed 1, the winning run. Farrell, the loser now of record. Oh, that's funny. Do you eat swans? What is a swan? Is a swan a separate species, or is it a female duck? And oh, there's no doubt that, you know, I embrace my hypocrisy, Joel. I recognize our breeding and killing. It's a holocaust against animals, living things. The irony is most of them never would have been born if we didn't do so, if human beings didn't eat, you know, cows, you know. We wouldn't breed them. They'd never be alive. So is it better to have been born and eaten, or to have never been born at all? A swan is a duck with a better tailer. Gotcha. I'll tell you, you guys are funny stuff today. I want to check Grant Jackson. Should have brought him in the first place. Grant Jackson started on the 13th. He's not available. Doing my checking to see who's available. We took him out for realism's sake. He just didn't have the right stuff. He's now the loser of record, Turk Farrell. Might bring Jerry Johnson in. This is a time-consuming and a tedious process, but it looks like Jerry Johnson probably for some reason was not quite in the rotation. And he will be good to go if he didn't start on the 12th. No, he did not. You know he's good. So Jerry Johnson, and I assume he's eligible, meaning he was on the team. Yep, he was on the Phillies the whole year. So Jerry Johnson is coming in. Coco Crisp. Was that a player? You're right, Joel. I mean, you know, but look at the, they do lead terrible lives. It's unbelievable. You ever see how pigs are stacked together? Chickens, it's a holocaust. It's gonna be Jerry Johnson coming in. And I embrace my hypocrisy, you know? Meaning, not embrace it, I acknowledge it. Jerry Johnson, this will be his first appearance of the season. 4 runs in, it's 5-4 Giants in a big comeback in a big 4-run inning. Still only 1 out, bases loaded, and the end of it was when Turk hit McCovey with the bases loaded. I mean, that's, you know, desperate. Here's Hart now. Pitch from Johnson. 3-6 right-handed, walks in a run. And that'll be charged to Farrell. Farrell allows 2 runs. And now Jack Head. 5 runs in this inning. It's now a 6-4 game. Giants have come back. And Marichal is the winner of record. How do you like that, Joel? We hit for Marichal. And Gibbon has not even come in yet. Okay, here's Head now. Bases loaded, 1 out. Infield back. Johnson throws. 4-10, right-handed, flies it to left, and that'll be deep enough for yet another run. That'll be 3 runs charged to Farrell. 2 outs, though. That's the good news. And here's Jesus Alou, 6 runs in, 7-4 Giants. And the fans are cheering. Possible balk or pass ball. It's a 0 balk. It's a possible pass ball. Just imagine if we see a pass ball here. Dale Rimple, 1-8 on the pass ball. And he stops it, gloves it in the dirt, bases loaded. Jesus. Full count now. Can Johnson end this madness now? 2-8. No, he cannot. Triple 1-7. It's a double. Two 8 double center. McCovey scores. Trying to keep track of this. Hart goes to third. Hart 1-12. No hold 1-13. 2 outs 1-15. He's coming home. They're going to throw for it. Here's the throw for Hart, and he is safe. A 2-run double. A lot of people, in fact, everybody except Lanier has a run batted in this game. And Marichal did not. We can close Farrell out now. He allowed 5 runs in 0 innings. Actually, he faced 4 batters. He allowed 4 runs, I'm sorry. 4 runs. It's Johnson who's allowed a run. Kurt Persimmons. What's a persimmon? Eight runs in this inning. 9-4. And here's Lanier. Maybe we're going to have to take Johnson out. 2 outs. Unbelievable. Look at this inning. That's 5-4. Switch hitter batting left. Grounds to third. X. Taylor 2-18. 5-2 and throws him out finally. Inning from pure hell for the Phillies. 8 runs. On 5 hits, 3 walks, and a hit by pitch with the bases loaded. And it is a 9-4 game. We're going to have Joe Gibbon come out. He's not eligible for the save to pitch the top of the set. A persimmon, a tree nut. Okay. You learned something a lot here. Here's Gibbon now. Top of the order, it's 9-4. So the Phillies are down by 5. Tony Taylor, the batter. 2-8 left-handed, flies it to center. There's Mays under it, 1 out. Now Cookie Rojas. Lemon Jello. Pitch to Rojas, 4-6 right-handed, double 1, base hit. 4th single, Rojas 4 for 4 with 4 singles. Not being held, Callison. Mark Lemongello. How about Korn? It's got to be someone named Korn. Unless somebody did that already. Here's the pitch to Callison. 6-3 left-handed, flies it to left X. Hart, 4-13. 10-4, E13. E13-11, that should be okay. No, it's a 2-base error. A 2-base error by Jim Ray Hart. And I believe that's only the 2nd error of the game. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. Here's Dick Allen, infield back. They're going to walk Allen. No, we'll just hit to Allen. Infield back. Yes, he gets a save. I think he does. Fortunately, I don't keep that stat. That's a possible wild pitch. Whoa, Gibbon a 20. Oh. A run comes in and Callison goes to 3rd. On a wild pitch by Gibbon. That makes it a 9-5 ball game. With Callison on 3rd, 1 out. Where it's an unearned run, unless someone wants to correct me. It's Callison on 3rd. 1 out. Oh, Gibbon, yeah. That's right. He doesn't have enough runs, too many runs for a save, but I think they had it back then. Here's Allen now. Actually, that was done already. Pitch to Allen, 2-8, left-handed, flies to center. That might be deep enough for Callison to tag, and it would be unearned. Callison 1-14. It's still early. 1-14, 1-16, and a 1-13. We're going to have him come home. And he's safe. I would have looked pretty bad if that didn't go safe. I was hoping. 4th run batted in for Allen. 2 unearned runs. And now it's a 9-6 game. Still plenty of baseball to be played. Here's Gonzalez, 2 outs, nobody on. Of course, we'll take a break during the 7th inning stretch. This is insanity. Excuse me. Pitch to Gonzalez. That's 4-6 left-handed, double 1 to 5. It's a double. Ready to pull Gibbon. His first endurance would be the 8th. Gonzalez on second. 2 outs. Bill White now. Pitch from Gibbon, 1-9, and he struck him out. And the side is retired, but 2 runs in a crazy, crazy game. 9-6. Gibbon is due up. I think we'll hit for him. I'll think about that if anyone wants to recommend hitting for him. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Network. We'll be back in a few minutes. We'll be back after the 7th inning, 7th inning stretch with Gibbon due up. it's been quite a ball game. I'm going to tell you, we had that morning game that took so much out of me, and now this one. And to be quite frank with you, in addition to the basic reason why I like to play Strat-O-Matic, I broadcast every game, is because it's fun. And I don't want to get corny or sentimental, but the part that makes it fun is all of you. But the second reason why I've been playing so many hours, because I must be going...
Welcome to a moment of calmness from...
a little moment of calmness. The reason why is because I'm experiencing a pretty severe stressor. And this helps, keeps me occupied, and also I don't want to be alone. So that's why I do this. And Kathy, I believe you did, so I'm gonna just do the smallest little thing that I can imagine. So small that it's a micro, a super micro. That is super small, because I'm done with the iced coffee. Thank you, Joel. Oh, that was tasty. And sometimes when you do that, you get into a situation where you then reassess the situation that you're in. And what a whacked out 8-run inning for the Giants. Marichal, the winner, Farrell, the loser, and 9-6 ball game with plenty of baseball to play. And I feel like you are my friends. All of you are my friends, and I imagine if we were actually in person, it might be a little different, but nevertheless, I consider you friends of mine. And micro, and if I may just say, we're a community, yeah. And let me just leave it at that. It's amazing what you can get with just a micro when it's a micro. It's just amazing. This one might be better than any I've done in a while. We're gonna go bottom of the 7th here, and we're gonna hit for Gibbon because we weren't impressed with his performance. He pitched 1 inning, so we're not. And that fly ball error was a tough ball to get, but he did get charged on the error. That was almost a hit, so that's what I'm gonna do. And he ends up allowing 2 earned runs, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That can't be right. No earned runs. Let's see if we can get right into that on the whiteout. Oh, shit. Oh, Frank, you want to talk about uncertainty. That's part of the issue that I'm dealing with. And maybe there'll be a day when I can share with you exactly what it is I have been dealing with. Anyway, there's going to be a hitter for Gibbon. And we're not, we're going to go with Bobby Bolin, most likely. I'm just going to double check. It's going to be Johnson pitching. Johnson pitched long enough to allow 1 run. I'm going to come up with the youngster, Bobby Bonds. That's very profound. Bobby Bonds. Leading it off, this thing right here shows that's where the last inning ended because we carried over. They had 12 batters come to the plate. Here's Bonds now leading it off. Again, hitting only because we're not using Gibbon again. Might as well hit for him. Here's Johnson, 5'7", right-handed, double 1 to 7. That's a base hit for Bonds. So Johnson picks up where he left off poorly. Fans are cheering. Oh, the fans are cheering. I don't know what Bond's first year was. He only had 307 at-bats. Probably used after a couple of months or something on a regular basis. So 1 to 17. Oh, Johnson +1, +2. No record. +1, +2 Johnson. Bonds 1 to 17, 1 to 19, being held 1 to 17. That's right. It was 68. Okay, Ernest, thank you. So this is his rookie year. Bonds on first, being held. And Ron Hunt is the batter. 1 to 17, 1 to 19, 1 to 17, being held. 2 to 6 and 12, no pickoffs. Havoc roll. Trying to get the lead. 2 to 6 and 12. He gets the lead. Here's the pitch to Hunt. There goes Bonds. And he is out. Oh, thrown out. What a beautiful throw by Dalrymple. Oh, my. Thrown out stealing. If that was a throw that I've ever seen that was on the money, and I don't know who it is, if it's Taylor at second, Rojas at second, or Wine at short, I think Rojas maybe. put the tag on, 1 out. I know this looks weird, but just think of it, Bond's first batter. Here's Ron Hunt now. Hunt 1 for 2. They took him out of this game. It was 13-2 real world. And I can only say they took him out in, oh yeah, he did, Doug. Absolutely. He used to get 50 a year. And that's smarts. Okay, 1 out, nobody on. Pitch to Hunt, that's 3-8. Grounds it to third. For Taylor. 2 outs, nobody on. It's a 9-6 ball game. Jim Davenport, the batter. Johnson throws. 2-8, right-handed fly ball left, should end the inning. A can of corn for Dick Allen. And the side is retired, no runs. It was the single by Bonds, thrown out stealing. And we're just going to do our homework and make sure Bobby Bolin is eligible to come in. I don't know, Ernest, that, you know, especially in my games, he usually gets hit on the buttocks. I don't see too much of that in baseball. I see people getting hit on the arm, on the, maybe on the leg, the calf, but, you know, I usually do it. If I don't say anything, it's not the buttocks, but a lot of them is. Now we're just going to make sure, check this very carefully, that Bobby Bolin didn't start. Whoops, bear with me. It's cumbersome to do, but it's the right thing to do. There's Bolin pitching on the 11th, so we're good there. Bolin is available, and Bolin is coming in. And I've often gone to Bolin in our 69 replay. Bolin comes in, and Bolin, this looks like this is his first appearance of the season. Oh, wait a minute. No, no record. 2 runs, 5 innings. +4. Could bite us if you're for the Giants. Here's Bolin. He's ready now. Top of the 8th. And that's, by the way, that's going to be it for Johnson, who ends up having pitched 1 2/3. So there'll definitely be a new pitcher for Philadelphia. My God. My God. When Frank notes that when Gibson hit a batter, he, meaning I assume Gibson, waited at home plate. Or are you talking about the batter? And asked him if he wanted to make something of it. I wouldn't mess with Gibson. I'm sure he could have kicked my ass. Okay, Bolin, it's going to be Dalrymple, Wine, and a pinch hitter. This is a Dalrymple's 207 hitter, Wine 169. I mean, it's 1968. Here's Clay Dalrymple leading it off. Bolin throws. That's 4-6 left-handed. He pops it up to short. And Lanier is under it, 1 out. And it just doesn't make sense to use Bobby Wine. After all, they're only 3 runs down. They didn't pinch hit for him in the game. Johnny Briggs did pinch hit in this game. And we could bring in Gary Sutherland, he must have been young, to play short. A 275 hitter. I could bring in Roberto Pena, but he's a 260 hitter, so I'll bring Sutherland in. In fact, I could have Sutherland hit, for Christ's sakes. Right-handed hitter, we'll have Sutherland hit. This card isn't too impressive against right-handers. Sutherland will stay in this game. He can play short. It's not a great idea to have him stay in the game unless you want to 4 it short. That'll bite you. Even though you're down by 3, we might bring use these people. There is no 4. There is no one better. Maybe the E rating, but I'm not even going to look at that. So it's 1 out, Sutherland pinch hitting for Wine. They've got to get base runners. Here's Bolin now. That's 4-4 right-handed, ballpark slash. Right-handed 1-4, and it's lined to short again. 2 outs. Whoa. And here comes, it's going to be a hitter for Johnson. Ain't that a kick in the teeth? By the way, in case anybody's wondering, or might care, this morning's game went 3 hours and 36 minutes. And this game started at 11. So we're in the 3rd hour, but it's almost a quarter after, 2 1/4 hours. It's a lot of Strat-O-Matic to broadcast. Let's see who's going to hit. It's going to be John. I don't know if I want to use Briggs, the last decent hitter with 2 outs. Lord of these. We'll use the Roberto Pena. Roberto Pena. With a tilde over the N. Roberto, I forgot where he ended up after 68. I think it might have been San Diego, but I'm not sure. Here's the Roberto, 2 outs, nobody on. They're hoping for a 2-out rally, folks. That's what this is about. And the pitch, 210 right-handed, grounds it to short, all 3 plays. This was fielded by Lanier, so steady at shortstop. He has been year in, year out. It's a 1-2-3 inning in the 8th for Bolin. And there'll be a new pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. And unlike our usual here, I did not pre-order the pitcher. I could go with Wagner. I could go with Boozer. But I think I foolishly put away all the sheets. They both pitched on the 13th. Let me see if they even had a game on the 12th. Then it doesn't even matter. A game on the 12th. The Phillies had a game on the 13th and the 12th. They played the Astros. Now we're gonna just pull out our sheet here and see if we go back that far. If not, oh, I think we do get it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't put them away. Put 3 games so that I can look and see what's going on. Here it is. Wagner, Boozer, and Hall pitched on the 13th. But on the 12th, I think, here it is. Only Farrell pitched. So these folks we're going to go with Wagner, if it's all right with all of you, unless we spoke about Boozer. I think, was it Ernest who invoked Boozer earlier? That's a good way to put it. He was a better hitting Dal Maxfield. Yeah. We'll go with Boozer. Boozer has no record. He has played. And he will be a +3, +4. Okay, Boozer on the mound. It's going to be Mays, McCovey, and Hart. And if you're looking ahead to the 9th, it's going to be the top of the Phillies order. Here's Mays now. 3 for 5 today. He has very quietly, yeah. We'll bring him in. Here's the pitch to Mays. Very quietly hit 3 for 5 today. In this crazy game, 5-6 right-handed, struck him out. Now here's McCovey. Three-4, right-handed, grounds it back to Boozer, 2 outs. And Jim Ray Hart, the batter. Hart 0 for 3 and a walk. 4-4, right-handed, grounds to third X. Taylor, 218. .218, 2-2 goes through for a base hit. So Jim Ray with a single, 1 to 15. 1-19. Being held 1-17. And just for practice, they're going to see if he can get the lead. You know, you want to practice your skills. They're well ahead 9-6. But there's possible balk. And Boozer has a no balk rating. Now, Hart trying to get the lead on a fork. No, he does not. It's being held. He hit at the plate. And the pitch to he at 3-10, right-handed, and he struck him out. 2 strikeouts for Boozer in his first inning, maybe his only inning of relief. We're heading to the 9th now. And Bolin to try to finish it up. Just bear with me a moment. Boy, I can't believe it's only 1:20. Okay, Bolin trying to wrap this game up. A nice big comeback by the San Francisco Giants. Top of the order, Tony Taylor. Steps in the batter's box. Taylor, right-handed hitter. Here's Bolin now. The windup and the pitch to Taylor. 2-10, chops it to second. Hunt has it, throws it to first, 1 out. Here's Cookie Rojas. Rojas 4 for 4 today. 4 singles, scored twice. The pitch from Bolin. That's 5-5 right-handed, struck him out. Bolin has retired all 5 batters he's faced, and it's 2 outs in the 9th. Callison at the plate. 2-2. In the dirt, full count on Callison. Here's the pitch, 2-10, ballpark slash, left-handed 1. It's hit to second, and the ball game is over. And I'll have my recap in just about a minute or two. So that just about does it. What a game it was. Everyone had a run batted in for the San Francisco Giants today, with the exception of Lanier and the winning pitcher, Marichal. Marichal looked like he got off to a rough start. In fact, he did get off to a rough start, allowing 3 runs in the first inning on a bases loaded triple by Dick Allen. And they scored a run, the Giants, in the bottom of the third, 3-1. Then Phillies extended to 4-1 with a run in the seventh. And then in the bottom of the in the fifth, I'm sorry, and then in the bottom of the sixth, it was an 8-run inning. I can't even begin to tell you. That's worth maybe an inning doing an edit of just that inning, half inning. We had one in this morning's game that might be worth doing. What really got me was the bases loaded hit by pitch to McCovey and the bases loaded walk, which turned out, I'm not sure, I think it would have been 3-4-1. It would have been their 7th run of the inning, 6th run of the inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it was the hit by pitch on McCovey that knocked in what proved to be the winning run. I'm not sure, but Marichal, he allowed 3 runs and an unearned run, 4 in total in 6 innings. Was not that impressive. Gibbon got into trouble, and then Bolin 2 perfect innings to finish it off. Wise was taken out. He fatigued, I believe. Farrell is the loser, and he will be 0-2. And the winner is Marichal. Nice to see him get the win, makes him 1-0. The final line in this game is San Francisco 9 runs, 14 hits, 2 errors. The Philadelphia Phillies 6 runs, 12 hits, and no errors. But there's more. There's game 2 of this doubleheader. And if anyone, you have a restful afternoon, Kathy. I can't believe it's only 1:26. I want to give my personal thanks to Kathy Harden, Ernest Cruz, Frank S., Doug Noble, Joel Horland. Shout outs to all. And if I missed you in saying all this, Ernest and JD, of course, I know every one of you. I like to do the shout out JD on Fogelberg. Surprised we didn't see my 2 coaches, H Field, and I'm not sure I got it all, but I say stay strong, stay well. I'm going to enter the stats in this game now that it's fresh, and you're sure and eat a little macaroni salad. Actually, I'm going to put in some of my dinner to eat, but I'm going to input this because I'm afraid I might neglect to do it. I want to do the check mark right here, even though it's only game 1 of the doubleheader. So I'm going to be sticking around for a little bit. I have no expectations from anybody or myself right now. let me enter this game. Game 38. San Francisco is 2-2 now. And Philly is 0-5. Wow. Losing their first 5 of the season. Now let's get the individual stats put in there. We'll start with Philly. First, the decision, the loss to Farrell 0-2. Now we go and do all the stats, including, we'll be including Farrell. We have an order we do it in. Wise, no decision. 5 1/3, 4 runs. Farrell 0, 4 runs. He's now allowed 6 earned runs in 1/3 of an inning. Turk Farrell. Jerry Johnson 1 2/3, 1 run. His first appearance. One 2/3, 1 inning. And Boozer, 1 inning, no runs. It's not as hard as you think, even though it's a big game, when you have a system. I have 2 half innings that are so good they might be worth showing at the end of this broadcast, like a bonus. That 8-run inning was one of them. And I know which one for 1911. Yep, I know exactly which one. Oh Lord, I think I do. Yeah. Yeah, I do. We'll see how well I can broadcast when I'm coming cold into a half an inning. Do I give the user, of course you'll be able to see the score sheet, but do I give the user a chance to understand? Okay, let's get RBIs. Phillies. Callison with 1, and Dick Allen with 4. Now at bats and hits. Taylor 2-5. Rojas 4-5. Callison 0-4. Allen 1-3. Gonzalez 2-4. White 0-4. Dalrymple 1-4. Wine 1-3. Sutherland 0-1. This is third at bat. He's 0-3 on the season. And Pena, with his first appearance, (0-1). And that's it for Philly. Now we'll go for San Francisco here. Marichal with the win. Makes him 1-1. Now we'll start with him. He's on top. 6 runs, 3 innings. Gibbon, no runs, 1 inning. It's his first appearance. One inning, no runs. And Bolin 2. He had pitched, allowed 2 runs in 5 innings. When I just say runs in that context, I mean earned. And him now 7 runs. Okay, everybody got a run batted in, so many. Okay, Hunt, Davenport, Mays, McCovey, Hart, Heat, Jesus had 2. And Marichal with 1. Okay, hits and at bats. Hunt 1-3. Davenport 3-5. Mays 1-4. McCovey 1-3. Hart 1-4. He at 0-3. Jesus 1-4. Jesus Alou. Lanier 2-4. Marichal 1-1. And Bonds 1-1. And that's it. Now I'm going to email it to myself. And now we know. In fact, we're going to call the subject of this email SOM 1968-38. First game double. Header. Entered. this with the 68 team. Whoops. I want to see something here. I want to show you that inning. First, let me find my own score sheet on that. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Oh. It's on the other side. Here we go. 49, ninth inning. I don't even want to set it up for you. I just want to show it to you. And the way I'd like to show it to you is on the big screen.
Gold Rush Multiplier scratch-offs are here with even more ways to have fun. The Florida Lottery. It's good fun.
Interesting choice. These are the go-to. Marichal, a right-handed hitter, 232. Go ahead, Ron. This is 1911. We'll let Wallace hit, unless any of you want to do otherwise. Like I said, you have people like Jim Stevens available. No one is a better hitter. You have, no one is a better hitter than Wallace. I didn't know Bobby Wallace was the manager for St. Louis. Wow. Yes, there it is. Here, Wallace is going to hit. First and second, nobody out. The coffee is ready. I'm going to do this at bat here first. Pitch to Wallace. Oh, too late. 6'9", right-handed, grounds it to short X. Sorry, Mike. It's gonna be it's gonna be Olsen at short. He's a 380. If he gets out of the range, he's in trouble. 380. Actually, I didn't start this. I started this a little too early. I'm so too late. I'm sorry. Here we go. Which is very bizarre. Top of the ninth. Okay, here's Greg. The wind up, the pitch to Noonan. Noonan leads it off. 1-7 left-handed. Oh, he hit him. And boy, he hit him right smack in the buttocks that time. That's the third hit by pitch in this ball game for Cleveland pitching. The score in this game, he took one for the team. He turned in on the pitch to try to get away from it, but he turned in and it hit him in the right butt cheek. It's Cleveland 6, St. Louis. Noonan is on. Cleveland 6, St. Louis 4. First shot in the batter. They need 2 runs. Cleveland 6, St. Louis 4. Shot in lefty-lefty. You wonder, do you let him hit? He's not so much better right-handed. A .255 hitter. And that was the second time that Noonan has been hit by a pitch. Each time in the buttocks. That must be smarts. Fortunately, both times he hit him right in the meat section. I don't think it hit bone. Let's look at the right-hand bat on the bench. We'll take our time here. You have Joe Cutina, 257. Jim Stevens, 231. Dodie Chris, who pinch hit Real World left-handed hitter. You only ask for right-handers. Al Schweitzer, 215. Remember, Schotten is a 255 hitter. Ed Hallahan, right-hander. And Dodie Chris, left-handed hitter. Cutina, mad power. You want to look at Dodie Chris? Here's Dodie Chris against left-handed pitching. That Dean Gregg started off on a bad note by hitting Noonan. Anything else you need to see here? Cutina, Stevens. I'm being coached by Mike Terranova. Cutina looks good. Schweitzer's a 215 hitter. We'll also show you that crazy. The downs that he's 2. After this, I'll show you the. I don't really like to play the cards. The crazy 6th inning from. For Noonan, Real World. The game of this actual broadcast that we're doing live now, Philly at San Fran. I don't know which inning was crazier. Any input, Dan Port recommends Cutina. Any input from Mike Terranova for Birchot? Otherwise, we'll go with Cutina. We're not hearing from Mike. I think we'll go with Cutina. Okay, Mike? Not hearing from Mike. Yeah, we'll go with Cutina. And just Some people say, well, why are you doing this now? I like to set up to see who would play left field. Beforehand, just because you really should, you know. You should know who you're bringing in. I don't want to be scrambling. So it would be Al Schweitzer. So Noonan is on first. He's a 1-19 with Greg a 0, 1-17 being held. And I'm glad to look for anybody's help. When you're down by 2, it doesn't make a lot of sense to try to steal second. If anyone wants me to have him try for the lead, it would be 1-17. He has no pickoff chance. But of course, you avoid a double play with a stolen base. Don't steal second. Okay, here's Kutina now. The only advantage, like I say, is you avoid the double play possibility. Okay, here's Greg. The pitch to Kutina. 4-4. Catcher X. That's Smith, 4-6. (11-4). He's an E6. He's a good fielder. E6-4. Oh, and it's a dribbler in front of the plate, and he boots it for an error. And that'll make it first and second. Kutina on first, Noonan on second, and Hall of Famer Bobby Wallace coming up. My Lord. Winning run at the plate, the go-ahead run, if you will. We'll let Wallace hit, unless any of you want to do otherwise. Winning run at the plate, the go-ahead run, if you will. We'll let Wallace hit, unless any of you want to do otherwise. Like I said, you have people like Jim Stevens available. No one is a better hitter. You have no one is a better hitter than Wallace. I didn't know Bobby Wallace was the manager for St. Louis. Wow. Yes, there it is. Okay, Wallace is going to hit. First and second, nobody out. Coffee is ready. I'm going to do this at bat here first. Pitch to Wallace. Oh, too late. 6-9, right-handed, grounds it to short X. Sorry, Mike. It's going to be it's going to be Olsen at short. He's a 380. If he gets out of the range, he's in trouble. 380. Thanks, Mike. Oh, shit. That was oh. I had to go with the, just check the replay on what that 20-yard roll was. The D was a 2 there? That's what I thought. And if it's okay, Mike, not that I doubt you, I'm just double checking here. Good morning, Frank. I am checking the replay. Wasn't 2, you were right.
Hey guys,
shortstop is
some
Olsen.
drivers are.
Olsen is playing short. He's a 380. That's a 2-3. That's going to make this game very interesting. He's a 380. 2-3. That's a base hit, 2 asteroids. Coutinho goes to third, and Newnham scores. So Veen, Greg in trouble here. It's now first and third with still nobody out. I've played a lot of Strat-O-Matic. I have this on pause right now. You are watching a replay of one inning, the top of the 9th, with the St. Louis Browns, 1911. Trailing 6-4. Now it's 6-5. Newnham was hit by a pitch. Coutinho reached on the error, first and second, and then the single by Wallace bringing Newnham home. It is now 6-5 game. St. Louis trailing by a run. First and third, no outs, and let's see what's going. Let's pick it up again. And it's a 6-5 ball game. And Hamilton, there'll be a hitter for Hamilton, I assume. First and third, still nobody out. 6-5 game. And let's see who we have to hit for Hamilton here. We can make this decision collaboratively. Against the left-hander Greg, they're going to keep him in. Just to show you, first I'm going to show you the basics sides. Jim Stevens, right-handed hitter. Cody Chris, left-handed hitter. Then we'll turn over as wished. Ed Hallahan, 207. Jim Murray, 186. Paul Critchell, 232. I'm not showing you anyone who hit under 200. as pitchers go, you can even look at the pitchers. Joe Lake, a 4 WR. And I just want to let you all know a 4 WR is a pretty good hitting pitcher. It's better than, I mean, people have told me. You go with Stevens maybe, and there you have a pitcher with a 4 WR. I'll turn these over for you. See if who can hit lefties. Here are your cards. And of course you have the 4 WR. I'm gonna fix myself a cup of coffee. Good morning, John. I've got to pace myself, folks, you know, because this gets tiring, and I'm looking at a second game about 15 minutes after this one, and then that would include setup. There's Chris against left-handers. He looks pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, Tony Chris. Okay, Steve. We're gonna go with Mike here with Stevens. And I don't even know who's coming in next inning. When I make that decision, I like to do it now. I don't like to be scrambling to find out who after the fact. At least I'm going to look at candidates. Jack Powell, Pelty just pitched, Joe Lake. I'm going with the not showing people with real high ERAs. Ed Hawk, Roy Mitchell, and Lefty George. We will make and Dan Port concurs, we will make the decision if they tie the game or go ahead. Let me fix my coffee here. It's Compton. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Compton running on. I pinch ran with Compton. Wow. What the hell is he? Here he is. Compton on first. Kutina on third. Have a cuppa. And I'm ready to try the other stuff, Kathy, even though I know it's really against my better judgment. Are we gonna, with no outs, we'll bring the infield in? Anyone can provide input, but Mike is my go-to coach. He's sitting right next to me in the dugout. You hate to let up a tying run because it was a ground ball. On the other hand, you hate the plus, and the plus, the infield in is a single. The infield is in. First and third, Kutina, the tying run on third with Wallace. The go-ahead run on first